amazed when Jerome asked me to make this presentation to Patty, because having known her a long time, probably longer than either one of us would care to admit, I know how much giving and giving back are in her nature. I guess Gene Grosser would say that there is such a thing as having service embedded in your DNA. If there is, Patty got it in both barrels, because she not only has it in her own DNA, but her mother, Harriet Hahn, who was here for many, many years in various capacities, transmitted the same qualities to Patty. I've often thought that the expression, giving someone the shirt off your back, would have been coined for Patty, except that she'd probably ask you if you wouldn't mind waiting an hour while she washed and ironed the shirt. She's worked her entire adult life. She ran a restaurant in grad school to help pay for expenses. She's been a teacher. And as an early entrant in computer and technology fields, she spent many years in programming and tech management and project management in California, well, New York, California, and then for a Chicago engineering firm when she and her family came home to Winnetka. She also worked as an independent contractor on technological projects for such major corporations as McDonald's, the former GT&E, and what is now BMO Harris, among others. Besides those full-time careers, wife, mother, and wage earner, Patty was always involved in charitable endeavors, serving on boards, both just as a board member as an officer, on the benefit committees for Chicago Episcopal Charities, St. Leonard's House, House of the Good Shepherd, Christ Church here in Winnetka, and also teaching computer skills to inner city residents through another LEAD Council program. And it is by no means accidental that along with all this, she has supported friends along the way by attending their benefits and events as well. Patty came to the township as a trustee in 2009 and was elected supervisor in 2013. One of her goals as supervisor was to reach more of the population by launching at least one new program every year. Bridge the Gap with Connie's Pharmacy, Dental Day, Bernie's Book Bank, which she mentioned, and also bringing Text to Tip to New Trier Township. In fact, last year's keynote speaker was Andy Duran, the director of LEAD in Lake County. Another goal was to meet lots of the people and work with them, the people who are involved with the agencies that receive some financial support from New Trier Township, to reinforce their perception about what the township could do for them and to assure them of her continued and sincere support for their respective clienteles. Based on the recent consolidated election campaign, it seems there are still people who don't know that New Trier Township exists. If they don't, it's not Patty's fault. Boosting awareness of the township was another of her goals, and she wrote an article last year for the Courier entitled, "We Are Not New Trier High School." Patty has been tireless in her enthusiasm for the township, in the role it could, and in her eyes should, play in residents' lives, and in giving her energy and time to bring about those things that she saw as important for the well-being of New Trier Township and its residents. Service, continually, distinguished by Patty's sincerity and unfailing commitment to the common good. Patty, I am truly honored to present to you on behalf of all here this year's Distinguished Service Award. I can think of no more deserving recipient. Thank you.
You will be a wonderful, wonderful boss. Thank you, one and all. I will tell you that it is a thrill to work for this township. I have had experiences that never would have entered my head met people I never would have had a chance to know. Some of them I know much better than I ever thought I was gonna have to. Surprise, surprise, there they are, okay? But also, all kinds of different people come through these doors. Each one needs always to be accepted and dealt with individually to see if you can figure out the right fit for whatever it is that is coming through the door. It's been a real pleasure, and I have truly, truly enjoyed it. I think I'm going to enjoy it more than my next task, which is to go through my grandparents' house where my mother is now living at the age of 98, where no one has ever thrown anything out. So thank you, thank you, thank you.